UAB got Jelly Walker back, and they quickly look like a different basketball team. They end the 20-game win streak of Florida Atlantic. Eric Gaines had 21, but Jelly had a string of 3 trips down the floor where he just was such a huge impact that secured the win for UAB, 86-77. And it just feels like everything is back on the table for the Blazers now. So let's talk a little bit more UAB basketball.
Yeah, as Richard says in the chat room, crowd was tremendous. Go Blazers. Fantastic game. If Jelly made that 3 go into the half, the roof would have blown off the joint. He is with us now. He joins us courtesy of Legacy Community Federal Credit Union. Jelly Walker, the UAB guard. What's happening, Jelly? How are you?
What's up, my guys? How y'all doing?
Awesome, man. Good to see you. Had to feel good to just be back out there playing, win or lose. I know you want to win, but just being back out there playing.
I mean, being able to play basketball again, I mean, I feel like beyond blessed and just happy to be able to be on the court again with my guys and to be in Bartow Arena around those fans, you know what I'm saying? It's incredible.
What was it like when you were at the scorer's table checking in last night early in the first half when that crowd stood up for you?
I was hoping that they did that because I've seen that a lot when people get injured, like the star players get injured and then they come back and everyone like gives them like a standing ovation. But I didn't know if it really was going to happen. But then when I got in and like AK, like he gave me like a head nod and like he smiled at me. And when I went to the scorer's table, I was already super excited. But then when I came in and I heard like the whole arena clapping for me, it was incredible, but it felt amazing and it felt really special.
2 things. Were you a little rusty because it seemed like as the game got going in the second half, you looked more normal. And would you say 100%, 90%, 85% I'm back to full health right now?
No, I'm not going to say I'm back to full health, but I'm getting there. Me and my trainers are doing a great job of just meeting consistently. I mean, it's a bruise. Those don't really, like, it's not easy to just, like, heal those unless you just completely stay off of it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I can't do that anymore because I'm playing again. So, but I think I'm in a good enough, I would say, like, space to where I can play and play the way I know how. But I was just amazing to be out there again.
Jelly Walker with us. He joins us, and when he does, he joins us courtesy of Legacy Community Federal Credit Union. You can depend on Legacy. They've been proving that to Birmingham and the UAB community since 1955. So the team you beat last night as a team, 86-77, is the best team in your conference. But I think we have seen, Jelly, both in Boca Raton and last night, when you guys are whole, you're every bit as good as they are, if not better.
I mean, I think we're the best team in Conference USA. I think we're one of the best teams in the country. And I feel like, yeah, we've had a little rough patch, but I mean, some of the greatest teams do that. If you look at North Carolina last year, they went to the national championship. You know what I'm saying? And literally they had a bad conference season. Luckily, they ended up making it, but they had a bad conference season and they ended up making it to the national championship. So, I mean, we hit a little bit of a rough patch, but I'm glad that we're finding our way out of it. We're on a 3-game winning streak, you know what I'm saying? And it just feels good to be back playing good Blazer basketball.
In this industry, we embellish a little bit, but on the broadcast last night, they were talking about what a gym rat you are and that you go to Legacy so much that you know every janitor's first name. Is that true?
I don't know their first names, but I know what they all look like though. And I say hi to all of them. But I'm not gonna lie and say I know their names. I really don't. But how
often do you voluntarily just go shoot on your own?
Every day.
Do you have a certain amount of shots?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I usually shoot about 500 every time I shoot. If I'm missing a lot, I'll keep shooting until I make 20 in a row.
What's the most you've ever? I'm sure you've seen the Steph Curry video where he makes, I think, 103 in a row.
Yeah. The most I ever made in a row, I think, was 58.
My God.
Holy crap, Jelly, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
58. But I mean, I do. No one has to tell me to go work out. That's one thing. You can ask anybody. Like, that's not a lie or nothing. No one. I work out all the time by myself. I mean, I've been hurt, so they've been telling me, like, basically stay off of it and don't do too much on it. So I haven't been able to get as many shots up as I usually do. But I mean, I feel as though when I start feeling better and to the point where it's like I can put more and more pressure and stress on my foot, again, then I'm definitely gonna start shooting the way I usually shoot. But yeah, I mean, I get in the gym all the time.
God,
It's
boy,
not even like.
if you hit 58 in a row in the big dance, you guys will go deep.
Yeah. I hit 58 in a row. I don't know what will happen.
Jelly Walker's with us, brought to you by our friends at Legacy Credit Union. Thanks for not falling for LT's trap, because we had put together 8 names. 4 of them were Bartow Arena staff and 4 were not. We were going to play staff or not, but you did not fall into that trap, so we appreciate you not doing that. As I want to ask you, because when a star player is missing time and the team is losing, sometimes there's fraction in the locker room. Did you learn something about your coaches and your teammates in a positive way during that stretch about the love you guys have as a unit?
Yeah, I mean, actually, that's a great question. But yeah, definitely me being out. Obviously, we all know I'm a confident person and a confident player. So I knew that when we were losing and stuff like that, obviously offensively we didn't look as good, but defensively we continue to get better. But I tried to instill my confidence into them, especially Eric Gaines. Like I tried to let everyone know that in order to be a great offensive player, you have to truly believe in yourself. And I know it's hard sometimes because when your leash is not as long as others, and you might not be able to do a lot of things that other people are do. As long as you're confident in yourself, when you try to make those plays, majority of the time you're going to be able to make those plays. So I constantly preached to them while I was out is you got to be confident. You have to truly believe in your game. Like we work on our game every day in practice. We shoot shots. A lot of players on the team stay after practice and shoot shots or shoot shots before practice. It's like you're not doing that for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So you literally have to believe in yourself. And I feel like that's what I preach to them most importantly in our when I was out. And I think it definitely brought everyone closer together, and maybe they looked at me differently instead of being like maybe Jelly just cares about himself. I think he truly cares about us as well. But yeah, I mean, it definitely brought us closer as a team though, because when you're losing, you like to point fingers. When you're winning, everyone and no one really worries about anything, So when you're losing, you have to come together even more. So I think me being out and me trying to preach that confidence into them, I think it played a major role.
Jelly Walker with us weekly, courtesy of Legacy Community Federal Credit Union. You can depend on Legacy. They've been proving that to Birmingham and the UAB community since 1955. He's on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. But you guys followed up that previous FAU loss with a loss to FIU, who obviously is your next opponent. How do you avoid making that mistake again?
I mean, if I played halfway decent versus FIU, we would have won. So I put that on me. I played horrendous, probably the worst game I played in college basketball. But I feel as though we're on a really good run right now. And I'm not even talking about the wins and losses. I mean, there's just the camaraderie and the energy in the locker room. It's like super positive, and this is the most together we've been as a unit since we started, and I feel like that's gonna take us miles and miles, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of the wins and losses, I just feel like us becoming as a team. And I feel like if you watch us in the last couple of games, I feel like we're coming more and more as a team. But I feel like that's the difference maker for us. I think as long as we stay together and understand that there's runs are going to happen, they're going to make some shots, we're going to miss some shots, we're going to do some stupid stuff. But at the end of the day, as long as we stay together, I think we can get the win.
Earlier this year, you had 38 in 27 minutes. Most you've ever scored at any level.
I mean, in high school, I was at the St. John's camp, and my coach, Tony Childs, he used to coach at St. John's. He went to Tulane, and I don't know where he's coaching now, but he was there watching me. I had 70.
Oh, my gosh. How many from beyond the arc? I mean, how many threes did you hit?
No, I couldn't. When I was young, I wasn't really a shooter.
Oh, yeah?
I can always dribble. So, and I really like that, the jelly stuff. I really lay the ball up really well, but I just got my jump shot.
I mean, did you have any assist in that game?
Yeah, a couple.
No, you did not. You scored 70. They dusted that ball for fingerprints and found only your fingerprints on it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then in high school, the most I ever got 56.
Wow.
I like that.
Yep. All right, here's Jelly Walker. Go see him and UAB play 3 o'clock Saturday at Bartow Arena against FIU. Some tickets still available for that game. Jelly, thank you very much for the time. Good to see you back. Congrats on the win last night, buddy.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, man. Thank you. Jelly with us each week, courtesy of Legacy Community Federal Credit Union. You can depend on Legacy. They've been proving that to Birmingham and the UAB community since 1955. Like all of our guests, Jelly was on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline.